Hey everybody, it's good to see you back again. So it's 4th of July weekend, and every year on this weekend I'll put the Brush-Hog on the little Ford tractor and do a bunch of mowing around the properties, mainly up to the field around those rows of trees that I planted. Just make everything look like it's kept up to a certain extent. So I've been out driving a little Ford around the yard, getting it warmed up, ready for work. The Brush-Hog is down in the shed. Let's go get it. And we got some maintenance to do before we take off and get going, so we'll check the oil in the gearbox. Now I'll just take this opportunity to answer a question that comes up a lot in the comment section every time I use this this King Cutter mower. Actually, this has a noisy gearbox. It's been that way ever since we brought it home brand new. So a little bit of pressure in there, maybe that vent isn't working. We'll look at that in just a second. But yeah, we've got good oil in there, no glitter. So put that plug back in. I'm going to check that vent out. That shouldn't have had the type of pressure in it that it did. But yeah, when we engage the PTO on this mower, it doesn't growl, but it's like maybe the gear set is not set up awesome in the thing. I don't know. It doesn't whine. It's just kind of like that. And usually the question is always, is that the tractor making that noise? No, it's not. It's just this cheap mower. So we're not exactly high buck setup here anyway. And as cheap as these gearboxes are to replace, I'm not taking that thing apart to see why. We'll run it until it fails. If it fails, we'll put a new gearbox on at that time. Grease the tail wheel. I'll pump it in until it starts pushing out. There we go. Grease the pivot up top. There we are. Move on to the PTO shaft next. Another question I get quite a lot is, why do you drive down the road with the PTO shaft disconnected hanging off this bungee cord? That's because on these 8-ins you cannot isolate the PTO drive from the hydraulic lift arms. So if I want to have my lift arms operating and lifting the mower, I pretty much have to have the shaft off of the drive, otherwise the mower blades are going to be turning all the time. I could probably get by with having the PTO shaft hooked up, raising it, and then disengaging the PTO and the lift arms, and I could probably have enough time to get where I'm going without the lift arms settling to the point that I'd have to re-engage the PTO and the mower blades to lift it back up. I'd just rather avoid that whole hassle, and I'll just get where I need to be, get where I'm going with the drive shaft disconnected. That way I still have control over my lift arms. The PTO drive just spins, but the mower blades aren't spinning around and around and around as I'm going down the road. So to me that makes sense. When I get to the field, I'll just stop, probably shut the tractor off. I could just disengage the PTO drive, but I like to shut the tractor off completely. That way nothing can pop in and start spinning on me, and I won't get twisted up in the drive shaft, and I'll just hook everything up, start the tractor, and off I go. Final piece we have to grease is the overrunning coupling on the PTO shaft. On these Ford tractors, this is kind of a must-have, because if you're driving a mower and you push the clutch pedal in, the momentum of the mower blades still turning, still spinning around, is going to basically drive the drive shaft and drive the counter shaft of your transmission through your PTO shaft, which means until those mower blades finally stop turning, the tractor's going to keep moving. Even if you've got the clutch pedal pushed in and you're on the brakes, it's going to propel you forward for a certain distance. So having this overrunning coupling on here makes it so you can push in the clutch pedal, and even though your mower is still winding down, this just starts free spooling and it's not driving your tractor. So many a Ford tractor has been put through a fence by a mower that kept driving the transmission even after the operator wanted it to stop. Okay, let's go. All right, let's hook up. All right, we're mowed between all the trees. Kind of hard to imagine when I planted all these things, they were all about 6 inches tall, just little saplings, but they've been doing pretty well out here. Lost quite a few in the line and I had to replant, probably 30% I'd say. There's still a few spots that aren't really great, but we keep filling the gaps. And 8N's running just fine. Sometimes you gotta shut it off because I run that screen over the radiator cord. You can see lots of hayseed gets stuck to that thing, so usually just banging the front of the grill shakes a lot of that off. So we're done up here. I've got some more mowing to do back there though. Let's go get that done. See what I mean about those spooling down? That would drive you a little ways before it let you stop. So we're done with the mowing up here. I need to do a little bit of disking out here yet. So now that I've got the grass and everything down, behind me included, yeah, let's go home and get the disc. So because of these stabilizer bars, I just have this set of Cat 1 pins right here to hold those up to the main 3-point arms for when I'm maneuvering around. Otherwise, if you tried to back up, these things are going to drag and they're going to spike right into the ground on you. Right there, it's a little bit sticky. I can't quite get the pin in, but it helps just to lift it off the ground. There we go. There, we got the disking done out there, right here, right there. Senior wants to do some food plot stuff like here and here on either side of the road. We're gonna leave that alone because we might be plowing and turning all that over out there, but another whole fresh crop of rocks to pick. You could hear the disc clanging pretty bad down through there. Buckets full of them in there I gotta pick, but the little Ford did all right. You can see it got dirty today. That's okay, handles that mower pretty well. We were in some rather tall grass there a couple times, but I said it before, I'll say it again. For the size of these little tractors, they get an impressive amount of work done. You know, they're not built as robust as like a Caterpillar, like, you know, the D2 right here. We just about got a tractor show. Ford up there, D2 right there, but they do pretty well. So yeah, we're just kind of enjoying. There's always a nice breeze that comes down through this little roadway I have right here on down into the dirt work area over there. That's why I parked the equipment back here. It's shaded, it's, you know, it's comfortable, it's a nice place to relax. Deer fly. And yeah, it's what I should do. This is going to sound redneck as all get out, but I should put a nice little area to sit on top of the old farm dump in here, right? It's just, we're going to go on down to the dump and relax, right, boys? But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Decent day's worth of work today. That should, well, that's kind of my annual 4th of July weekend maintenance around the place. So we got it all done. Things are looking a little bit better, and I think we're ready to start ripping some sand. That might be what we do next. Get the Super M back out here and hook it onto that cultivator, root out sticks, roots, debris, whatever, pick that off, and then go to work with the tumble bug. Start leveling that pad. So yeah, I'm probably gonna, I think I'm gonna take the Ford home first. I need to go and park that in the middle of the trees up there where I mowed earlier this morning and take a thumbnail shot. Granted, it has the disc on the back now and not the mower. You guys aren't gonna notice that anyway. Psh, come on. Yeah, you guys don't pick up on anything, right? I'll hear all about it in the comment section. Thanks for watching, everybody.